We are back into the action, known as In My Own Words, the podcast, with yours truly, Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, and we look at my winners and losers in terms of Alabama players that participated in the National Football League Scouting Combine on last week. And at Indianapolis, Indiana, Lucas Oil Stadium. Got a little tongue-tied there. But winners and losers from the Combine. My big winners from the Combine, I look at Henry Ruggs III at wide receiver, Jeudy at wide receiver, and Jedrick Wills on the offensive line. Henry Ruggs, just stupid numbers. Just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I know he wanted the record of John Ross, a 4.22 in the 40-yard dash, but ran an official 4.2740, which was the fastest of this class, tied for sixth fastest in combine history. The man had a nasty 42-inch vertical. I still can't get over that. I mean, guy just got up in the air like he was Michael Jordan off Space Jams and really doing his thing in the vertical jump. Had a 10-foot 11-inch broad jump, and to me, Henry Ruggs really secured himself as a first rounder, top 15 pick in my opinion. So if you're looking at the Oakland Raiders, who I believe have a 12th overall pick, the Denver Broncos, who are at pick 15, anybody in the top 15, take a look at Henry Ruggs. I know I said the guys in the Henry Ruggs sweepstakes, or the teams in the Henry Ruggs sweepstakes, would be the Eagles at 21, the Packers at 30, the Saints at 24, but there are teams higher than that need to take a look at Henry Ruggs. Along with him, Jeudy won the combine, in my opinion. A guy that's not known for speed, but still put in a time of 4.46 in the 40-yard dash. Really good time. Was better than CeeDee Lamb of Oklahoma's time, which was at 4.51. Jeudy in the on-field drills, you saw what he was able to do, creating separation, getting in and out of his breaks, very smooth, great cutting action, great separation, manipulation of those routes. That's the type of player that Jeudy is. And if you went into the combine thinking that he was the number one guy in terms of receivers, then you left the combine thinking the exact same thing. So big ups to the Ruggs and Jeudy. In terms of Jedrick Wills, the big man said he was going to drop some freakish numbers in the combine, and the young man from Lexington, Kentucky, former four-star in the 2017 class, did not let the Bama fan base down, kept his word. Jedrick Wills at 6'4", 312 pounds. You talk about a 5.05 40. 5.05, ran a sub-5 140, came close to running a sub-5 40. So the big man was moving. Had a 34.5-inch vert, which was second among offensive linemen, a 9'5" broad jump, which was among the tops in offensive linemen. But when it came down to the on-field drills, smooth as butter, Jedrick Wills got up, quick feet, tremendous change of directions, knew exactly where he was supposed to go, great focus, and when it came down to the drills and showing the hands, violent hands, he popped some bags so hard he almost knocked an NFL scout on the ground. That is how physical Jedrick Wills is. And I believe if not for the freak show performance by Tristan Wirfs of the Iowa Hawkeyes, everybody would be talking about Jedrick Wills, but still did a phenomenal job. So my winners, Jedrick Wills, Henry Ruggs, and Jeudy. My one loser from the combine right now, Raekwon Davis. I mean, Raekwon did well in the bench press, but when you're 6'6" and you carry a wingspan of over 7 feet, you're supposed to do well in the bench press. And he, on the field, ran a 5.2 40, just looked stiff in the on-field drills. He just was not his day. Just was not Raekwon Davis's day. Did some things decently, but just not an overall big-time day for Raekwon Davis. And he's going to have to come with it in his combine, in his pro day. He's going to have to come with it in his pro day on March 24th, because if not, we're looking at a Raekwon Davis that could very well be a day 2 to day 3 pick. And by that, I'm talking about between the 3rd round and the 5th round. So Raekwon, gotta come with it there. That was my loser in terms of the NFL Combine. But we're gonna take one more break here on the show. When we get back, we will tidy up loose ends and put a pretty bow on this thing right after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $5.95 per month or pay $49.95 for a full year subscription. That's a saving of almost $22. Make sure to subscribe before it's too late and get our new freshly printed end of the year magazine issue. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
Putting a pretty bow on this Monday edition of In My Own Words, the podcast. Yours truly, Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. And how many Bama players do I see getting into the first round of the draft coming up in April? I see 5 concretely. That being Tua Tagovailoa, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs III, Jedrick Wills, and Xavier McKinney. I see 5 going in concretely, but there is the potential of maybe 6 to 7, and that depends on what Trayvon Diggs does at his pro day and what Terrell Lewis does at his pro day. If both of those guys do well, then there's a potential for 7 guys. If one of those guys do well, then we're looking at maybe a potential 6 guys getting into the first round. But to me, concretely, no matter what, I see 5 first-rounders for the Crimson Tide. Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback, Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver, Henry Ruggs at wide receiver, Jedrick Wills on the offensive line, and my man Xavier McKinney in the defensive backfield. Those are just the guys that I see that will go in the first round concretely of the NFL Draft, which will be from April 23rd to April 25th, live in Paradise, Nevada. As always, fans, you look at, of course, spring ball starts on March 13th. Spring ball starts Friday, March 13th. So get those calendars set on that. The 8A game is Saturday, April 18th at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time inside Bryant-Denny Stadium. 8A game Saturday, April 18th at 1 p.m. inside Bryant-Denny Stadium. But as always, folks, you want to know the best. You want to have the best in news, notes, information, and coverage on your Crimson Tide. You download the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app, and it's simple, very easy to do. You go to your iPhone App Store. If you're rocking Team Apple, download it from right there, or the Google Play Store if you just so happen to have the Android phone. We got some podcast options here for you for your audio listening needs, if those just so happen to be iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast.fm, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. We got you covered right there in terms of those podcasts. If the good Lord sees fit, people, I will be back on Wednesday, continuing the conversation of news, notes, and information on your Crimson Tide. But as always, I like to leave you with my favorite 3 things. You know what they are, and it goes a little something like this. Husbands, love them wives. Wives, love them husbands. Children, it's Monday. Y'all are back in school. Y'all better get that homework done before I come out there. Get your 3 hearty meals a day, 3 hearty laughs a day. Until next time, I'm your man, Stephen M. Smith. You've been listening to In My Own Words. Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.